It seemed to me we can begin to build up every Sunday a big march that would, march around the Capitol someplace. We can draw.
Dr. King appointed me as program administrator.
By the time we get to the 7th March, it could really be massive for those people.
And usually our campaign was related to discrimination and racism. So we were talking about, black people for the most part. But I said, well, there are Chicanos who are poor. You want them to be in? He said, yes, we want them to be involved. I said, okay. So I said, what about the Native Americans? He said, well, yeah, Native Americans. So by this time he turned around and looked up at me because he had anticipated the next question. I said, well, Dr. King, what about the poor whites? And he said to me, a little disgusted, he said, are they poor? I said, well, yes. Well, we want them involved.
We assemble here together today with common problems, bringing together ethnic groups that maybe have not been together in this type of meeting in the past. I know I haven't been in a meeting like this, and it's been one of my dreams that we would come together and realize our common problems. Black people, Mexican Americans, American Indians, Puerto Ricans, Appalachian whites, all working together to solve the problem of poverty.
That was a very big thing that happened, of finding common ground among the poor. That didn't make things easy, but it was a big benchmark into the next stage of the civil rights movement, which had to do with economic rights.
Ultimately, we are concerned about a guaranteed annual income. And the other thing I think is very necessary to say is that everybody's on welfare in this country. When it's for white people and rich, we call it subsidies. Suburbia was built by federally subsidized critics and the highways and expressways that take people out there. So I think we've got to see that when it comes to poor people, we call it welfare, handouts, doles, but when it comes to rich people, we call it subsidies. And it's the same thing, it's all welfare.